What is up, girlies? The Sephora season is approaching us starting this Friday for Rouge. So I decided I was going to give you guys a couple of things to recommend for the Sephora season event. Some things that maybe aren't talked about every single year. Some things that I've been loving, tried and trues. And if you are wondering what you should purchase, then keep on watching. I'll be doing a full face to really prove to you guys that I know what the I am talking about. So first, you always are going to start off with skin prep. On my lips currently right now, I have the Belief Aqua Bomb Overnight Mask. And this mask is literally so amazing. You get quite a bit amount of product in here, and it literally just makes your lips look perfect. I always start off with a lip mask as I continue. By the time I get to lips at the end, my lips are gonna be nice and hydrated. Then I have two options for you based on your skin type. I have first the One Size Skin Studio Moisturizer. I have been loving this under my makeup. It is super duper lightweight while still giving you the perfect amount of hydration and glow under your makeup. Like, look at that. I have that. Also, if you're wanting something surprisingly even more lightweight than that, the Ordinary Rice Lipids and Ectoin Micro Emulsion. This is quite literally a liquid moisturizer. It's literally the texture of a serum. This is so hydrating. Today, I'm going to go into the One Size. I saw some people talking about the smell. The scent doesn't really bother me, but this is so perfect. Look at the glow. If you want like some super deep hydration, you can use the Ordinary on top, but for me as a combo oily girl, like, this is perfect for me. And now we can move on to the next step. That would typically be eyes. I already laid my brows down. I tried to do that before I have skin prep on so that the brow hairs and the glue will stick to my skin. And from Sephora, my favorite brow gel is the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. Honestly, the only thing I would change is the size. Like, I would prefer a jumbo version, to be honest. It literally is amazing. Like, I have nothing bad to say about this. It sticks well, it holds up all day, it doesn't leave flaking, it's perfect. After this, typically I'm going in with a brow pen or a pencil. The brow pencil I have to show you is actually from Patrick Ta. This is the Major Brow Defining Pencil, and I use the shade Dark Brown. It has a spoolie on one end, and it has the pencil side on the other. But can you see how flat that is? It's like a rectangle shape, and then it literally allows you to flick up and get like perfect strokes. So we can start off by filling underneath the brow with that lightly. I think it's literally perfect already. And one thing I like about this is it glides on the Rare Beauty brow gel perfectly without like disrupting it. Sometimes you'll go to draw like with a pencil on top of a brow gel and it won't stick. That does not happen with this. Then once we get here, I like to go in with a pen. The brow pen is the Anastasia Micro Stroke Brow Pen. My packaging is all messed up on this thing. You can tell I really, really love her. I use the shade Dark Brown. I actually pretty much only shop Anastasia for their brow products because they're so good and they always get the undertones right. I feel like other times brown can be very, very red, but Anastasia gives like a true brown. And then one thing about this brow pen I really like is there's actually a spoolie on the other end, so you can just kind of brush through. So you just put that product and make sure it is through the brows how you want it to be. So now that we're here, I go in with my concealer. My concealer of choice always when it comes to covering my brows is the Dior Backstage. However, I'm not going to recommend you buy that expensive ass concealer just for your eyebrows. A really, really fire alternative for that. The Sephora collection Best Skin Ever concealers are so good. I don't feel like these are talked about enough. Brows are done super easy. When it comes to sponges, two that you can get from Sephora that I personally love is going to be the One Size Infinity Sponge. Mine is filthy. I use this so much. I love how fluffy it is. It gets pretty big. I love the flat edges for patting in and blending in foundation. You can also easily squeeze this to get into the nooks and crannies under your eye. If you want something smaller than this, the Patrick Top Sponge is really, really nice. You have like a pointed tip to get in those areas. You also have this flat area if you wanted to buff your foundation, skin tint, concealer, whatever you want. And then it has a sharp edge for really cutting those areas you want cut. I prefer this to the Beauty Blender. Alrighty, now that I have my brows done, we can go back to my base really quickly. I kind of bounce back and forth between eyes and skin prep and primers. So for primers, I have a couple of options depending on your skin type and what your skin concerns are. I am going to go ahead and tell you, I'm not going to pull it out because everybody has been really, really heavily recommending the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. That product changed my life. I won't even lie to you. It genuinely does. The tinted version, the universal, I even was thinking about purchasing the universal radiant. Everything about that product is perfect. I just won't put it in here because everybody's talking about it and you can hear 5,000 other people recommend it to you. But I do recommend it. It's just not going to be in this lineup. What I will show you though is this bad boy, the Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm Serum. It genuinely makes like your makeup apply so much better. But where this is better than just simply using just a regular moisturizer is that it gives your skin kind of like a canvas, like a primed canvas for you to just go ahead and go on top of. I mean, it's beautiful mixed with the blurring balm. It's phenomenal. Another fave if you are looking for something that is going to be glowy but also give you some sort of like canvasy finish, the iconic London Underglow Primer. This is my girl. I have been using this for a while, and during the summertime I use it with the like shimmery setting spray to give my skin like a super duper glowy. It's going to give you that glow, and it's still not going to compromise blurred skin, even skin. And then the last primer I have to show for right now is going to be this Cali Ray So Blown Primer. This right here is the best pore filling blurring primer outside of the Danessa Myricks and the One Size One. But this just in those areas where you need it. Look at that. Then I always pop a blurring primer in my smile lines because it always helps. Now while we let the primers sit for a little bit, we're gonna go back to the eyes. I'm gonna start off by priming my eyes with the eyeshadow base. The ones I've been loving recently are these from Urban Decay. These are the primer potions. I prefer Eden because it is matte and it gives kind of like a light taupey pigmentation to your eyes. So if you're looking for color, using any type of color like that, that would be perfect. And then the original one is just like clear pretty much, as you can see. I don't know if you can get this from Sephora, so I'm not going to show it, but the Sigma one is really, really nice. They also have a shimmery one. I'm just going to press that in. Two palettes that I have to pretty much recommend right now is going to be the Patrick Top Major Dimensions. I have the 1 and the 3. The 3 is the all matte one. The 1 is like the brown. This is the Major Dimensions 1 palette, is the Major Dimensions 3. And then the other one that I have to recommend is going to be the Makeup by Mario palette. But this is the Ethereal Eyes, the original Ethereal Eyes. And then for shimmer, for pop of shimmer on the lid, one is from Patrick Ta again. These are his Major Dimension Eye Illusion eyeshadow duos. This particular one is in the shade We Need Better Lighting. My personal favorite is Do You Know Who I Am? The other one I have is this Kulfi eyeshadow. This is a cream. This is in the shade Sana Sana, and this is the Zari Eyes cream eyeshadow. And for both of these products, I just pick it up with my finger, and it's literally so easy. You just literally use your finger to apply. And the good thing with this product is that once it dries down, it is dry. You do not need to set it with anything. We're gonna come back to them. for mascara, eyeliner, things like that later. But now we're gonna proceed with the base for color corrector because I do have a little bit of coloration under my eyes. Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Mango. I'm gonna go in with the NARS Pot Concealer. There's nothing better than this. I'm sorry. Now for foundation, I have a couple of different options for you depending on your skin type. If you are more oily, I think you would really love the Urban Decay Face Balm. This has a self-setting property. You don't have to use as much powder and still get a beautiful matte finish. If you are dry, the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Hydrolux Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. Beautiful. First of all, the packaging is so gorgeous, but also just this is so hydrating. It has such a beautiful dewy glass skin finish. I think you would really enjoy this. And if you're in the middle, normal, combination, honestly dry, honestly oily, honestly anything. I know I said I was going to try not to show things that are too overhyped, but this girl is phenomenal no matter what your skin type is. This girl is fire. Let's go in with the Urban Decay. And to blend this out, I am going to actually go in and use the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. I have 3 of these. I love these. You can do your entire face with this brush. You get any brush from Sephora, let it be this one. This one, or all of his brushes are good. These or the Patrick Ta brushes, fire. Beautiful. But do you see the finish of that? Look at that. For cream bronzer, I recommend the Say Beauty. This is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Deep Bronze. As you see, label all messed up on her. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario. This is actually rubbed off, but it looks like this. I think this is like the F1. It just bronzes your skin up beautifully. It gives it beautiful coverage and just beautiful glow to your skin as well. For concealer, I have 2 options. I have been loving either the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer or Estee Lauder Stay in Place Concealer. You are not going to fail in either one of these. I don't get creasing with these either. I adore these. I make my boyfriend sit on FaceTime with me while I film these videos. He's literally over there on my laptop right now. Blush. Y'all sleep on this product. This product is such a sleeper product, and it's such a good product from such a good brand. Blush trios from One Size. I have the shade Fat Off right now, but these are perfect. You have a matte cream, a super suede powder, and then a beautiful blush topper. So I'm going to go in with this Hourglass brush. I think Hourglass has really phenomenal brushes as well. And then to brighten my inner corner even more, yes, I know I'm crazy, I'm going to take my Estee Lauder concealer in the shade Too Neutral and literally pop her right there. Immediately take the sponge. This is the skin before we set everything down. Now for setting powder, this is hard because the most talked about ones are talked about for a reason, but my personal favorite are going to be the new Huda Beauty pressed powder. This is in the shade Peach Cupcake right here in the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder. I have the shade Translucent right here. I'm going to set first with Peach Cupcake, and I'm going to take my Sephora Powder Puff. I love this powder puff so bad. And go over my nose as well. And then everywhere I set with concealer, we'll use the One Size. And the thing I like about the One Size translucent, it is truly translucent. This next product literally changed my makeup the way the Danessa Myricks one did. One Size Boucle Powder. I don't know what sorcery is in this product, but it literally sets all my makeup in the most gorgeous way possible all day. Next, we're going to do our bronzer. For bronzer, I chose to Spotlight the Pat McGrath bronzer. This one is in the shade Burnished Honey. Now, this specific shade is not at Sephora, it's at Ulta, but the product itself is there.
I'm editing this video and I don't even see it on the website anymore. So, if you see it in the store, buy it. It's really good.
Now we're gonna go in with the One Size blush again, and with this bad boy, we're gonna go in with the Sephora 96 brush. And while we're here, we're also gonna go in with the blush topper. One Size was snapping. The only thing is that they had one that was like, what was it called? Fire Crystal? Fire Moon? Something like that. That was like a red shade, like a beautiful deep red shade, and they got rid of it. I hope they bring that back. Highlighters. These from House Labs are so good. I really tend to gravitate towards pink amethyst, which has like a pink, it's like a pink glitter. It's a beautiful blush topper, or golden pirate, which is what I'm going to use today, and it's just like a gold highlighter. We are going to spray our face with the One Size powder melt. Of course, I love my Until Dawn. I'm an Until Dawn girl. However, this bad boy, it mixes with others so well, but it literally melts everything together perfectly. Now we're gonna go back to the eyes. Really love the Sephora Collection eyeliner. And then for my waterline, this is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. This is in the black. I'm gonna be honest, I don't buy lashes from Sephora, so I'm not gonna put on lashes with this look, but I will do mascara. I love the Ilia mascaras. I'm going to do the volumizing one because that's the one I've been kind of reaching towards lately. Before I pop this on, actually, I am going to give myself another spritz. The Danessa Myricks Liquid Blurring Balm changed the game. Shake it up really well. Next, I go back under my eyes to brighten it even more with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Pressed Powder. This is in the shade 2 Medium. I love using my Say brushes for this. This is the Fluffy Powder Brush, I think that's what this is called. Now for the lips, I use again the Makeup Forever. These are my favorite lip liners in Sephora. I love these. I have the original and then the extreme version. My current favorite lipsticks from Sephora is from Patrick Ta. This specific one is my favorite shade, and oh, she's single. It's like a nudie shade. And then my favorite lip gloss from Sephora, hands down, the Flawless Forget the Fillers. These last on the lips so long. My favorite shade is Maple Sugar. However, I'm going to use George today, which is my second favorite shade. Now, these truly are gloss, so they're not super sticky, but they're not gonna feel like a lip oil, and I put a lot on. And then I always go back over my lip liner with a brown to deepen it, and I'm going to use the Rode. I've been loving this one lately. I'm going to do my finishing touches and I'll be right back. And this is my full face of makeup of my current Sephora favorites that I would recommend for the Sephora sale. Y'all wanna get closer. Mind you, I only have one light. This genuinely is a perfect full face of makeup. I don't lie. I'm not a liar. This is what is perfect for me and my recommendations and the things that I've been loving from Sephora. I hope you guys enjoy everything that I've shown, and let me know if you end up purchasing any of it. I think that all of it is beautiful and perfect and fun, and hopefully I will get this video out while the sale is still happening. But no, genuinely, this is a perfect face of makeup. I feel so pretty. Let me know if you end up purchasing any of these things, and comment down below if you would like to see me do another type of video like this, but just my favorites overall, because the list will look a little bit different because some of my favorites are from like Ulta, Prestige, or like the drugstore and stuff like that, or independent brands. So let me know if you want to see another one of these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and follow me. I get a lot of people who like my videos, but they don't follow. Follow me, girl. Follow me for more. Bye.